Well, hi, happy Wednesday. This is Conscious Conversations presented by Happy Academy and my sister's company. She will announce it when it's her turn. And we welcome you. I'm a happiness facilitator and author of Birds of a Feather. And we'll talk more about that later too. And usually we open with a spiritual mind treatment, but asked my sister to let me open up today with the Happy Academy's credo. I'm in mourning. My family has lost a family member. My Aunt Harriet, I do H2O Mondays with. Her sister has joined her. So I wonder what kind of conscious conversations they're having. But with this said, Happy Academy, a part of my happiness is because of Boston and my Aunt Harriet. So that kind of came up. Mother Teresa's recipe for peace is how we'll open today. So take this for yourself. People are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some false friends and some true enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and frank, people may cheat you. Be honest and frank anyway. What you spend years building, someone could destroy overnight. Build anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, others may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give the world the best you got, because you see, in the final analysis, it is between you and God, that power, that law, that ultimate energy, vibration. It was never between you and anyone else anyway. So I want us to live in peace and harmony and take that for yourself. So welcome again to Conscious Conversations. This is our opportunity to really speak to what's going on in the world. So I'm gonna let my sister introduce herself, and she's gonna start with the question or the statement of the day for November 15th. We often get into ruts on treadmills, caught up in patterns and habits that aren't useful. We don't stop and ask, what can I learn from this? What will keep next week from essentially being a repeat of the same? So I'll read it one more time. We often get into ruts on treadmills, caught up in patterns and habits that aren't useful. We don't stop and ask, what can I learn from this week that will keep next week from essentially being a repeat of the same? All right, sister.
Mm. Mm. My name is Ellen Suazo, and I am with Conscious Living, and the name of my company is Mind Shifting International. I'm a holistic entrepreneur. I'm a practitioner for Centers for Spiritual Living, but I'm here playing with my sister today. This quote, it reminds me of what I have been pondering on in the last few days. And that is, what is this for? You know, whenever something happens in my life, especially those that I do not like, I always ask myself, okay, what is this here for? What is what is trying to show me or to tell me, or to what is it that I must learn from it? I think it's a good question for all of us to keep asking, to reflect on it. And because what I've learned from my life is that those things that they do not align with who I am, or that I don't like, or don't feel good, are the ones that get me to that reflection place. And so it has helped me to really do my best not to repeat whatever, so I can have a better life experience, so I can have regardless of what other people say, think, or do, I know what I'm here for, and I am here to be the gift that the universe intended for me to be, regardless of what other people do. Because like Mother Teresa, I'm glad, sister, that you started with that. That was good. That was a good call. Because she said, build where the other's gonna destroy it. You know, be love, if that's what you're called to do. Be peace, if that's what you're called to do. Be successful, if that's what you're called to be. Don't let nobody take you from what you're here for, because you are a gift. You are a gift to the world. I can hear you, sis. I can hear you.
You still can't hear me?
Now.
Okay. You said a lot of things that I would say, in the sense that, not repeating. That's why I do the habits. If we keep doing the same thing, it's a habit. So I don't like to feel a certain way. I think I've learned that from a little girl. If my body starts to respond a certain way and I'm not feeling good, I don't want to repeat that. I don't want to repeat that feeling. I don't want to repeat what brought me to that. It's not to say I'm not going to feel that again and I'll have to figure out how to do it, but we are to assess our mind, our body, and our soul on what it's doing, because a lot of illnesses come from just repeat offenses against what's not good for you. And when we keep doing the same thing, expecting different results, people call that insanity, which I agree with. So there's two quotes that came up today that I think relates to what we're talking about. One that I just saw on Facebook as I was posting the invite, it says, "Don't be impressed by money, social status, or a job title. Be impressed by the way someone treats another human being." And that's big. That's back to how Mother Teresa is telling us this is between us and that higher power. So if we're treating each other well, we're really getting direction from something bigger than us. We don't do a tit for tat. If someone was mean to us, we're not mean back. But we do expect a mutual exchange in energy. So if we're doing good things will happen. If it's not so good, it won't happen. What do you think to that, sister?
Mm. Uh, I always, the way I live my life is I'm not going to be fed by what other people are saying or thinking. I'm always going to go within and do what God, I call it God, spirit, divine love, father, mother, God, whatever you want to call it. I allow myself to be led by it. And if in my heart feels right to do it, I will go ahead and do it. And not necessarily people will agree with it. And I'm okay with that. As long as I'm at peace with it, I'm good with it.
One of the
Okay.
things, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
Um, I like that. The other quote that came up on Saturday night, I went to a play with a friend of mine. Matter of fact, I became a practitioner because of this gentleman, because my sister said she's a practitioner. That's a part of our metaphysical life, the science of mind. I'm actually an ordained minister in that. And he was a practitioner too. And I wouldn't have been a practitioner. He had already become one. And he said, well, keep that between us, what he said, but pretty much he made me get up off my duff and do it. And so this is a quote he gave me the other night. It says, "Men kill men, but women kill societies." And I had brought up a song by John Mayer, because I saw John Mayer about a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks now. And he said he has a song called Daughters. "Fathers, be good to your daughters, because daughters will love like you do. And daughters become lovers that turn into mothers. So mothers, be good to your daughters too. So that made me think about the fact that how we are treated and how we treat ourselves. But women have such an effect on the whole society, um, whether they love their children or not, or whether they treat people right or not, back to how people are treated. So my quest is for us to be in gratitude, as my sister has behind her, to just stay in gratitude. And I believe it will lead you in the right direction each day. And you'll put that on your calendar to be in gratitude about everything that happens in your life. And I think it would be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. The gratitude is, the gratitude of attitude. Yes, we have to, we must, because there's so much to be grateful for. And there's no time to be hateful or to be stressful. I can't hear you, sister. You keep
People,
going up.
I
I
know
can't hear
people are doing it though. People are being that. That's what the news and the jails are for. People are still doing that. People are still let me bring this up. It'll be 60 years this year that JFK was assassinated, and that was hate, and hate's still out there. That's why there's jails and with the gun laws and all that stuff that's going on.
Well, I'm not saying that it's not there. I will never say that it's not there because but what I'm saying is that if I only have control of what I can do. I have no control of what other people do. I have no control of what other people think or say. I have no control of that. I only have control of what I do, what I say, how I say it, and what I choose. That's all I have control. And so I choose to be grateful. I choose to have an attitude of gratitude all the time, no matter what, regardless of if it looks good or bad. It doesn't matter. I'm training myself to do that. And as I say this, I know that you're listening to us, whether you're listening to us now or later. If there's one thing that I can suggest to you is to be in that space of gratitude, no matter what. And that is a tool, that is a spiritual tool, a very powerful spiritual tool that can help you get out of the ground, no matter where you are, it can help you. I know that. It has saved me so many times. And I think my sister can say the same thing.
I agree. I do. That's why I brought it up. I give thanks first thing in the morning. I give thanks all throughout the day for everything. I give thanks even more than ever now because I realize the things that did not happen to me that could have happened to me. We always think about the stuff that has happened to us and why did that happen to me? What I'm grateful for now is the things that did not happen to me. So I'm in gratitude for the great good things that are happening right now and the things that did not happen in my past that could have derailed me from being where I am right now. So I'm really in gratitude pretty much all of my life these days. I hope I was before I was training, like my sister was saying, to come there. So thank you for this time. We look forward to you joining us in the future. My quest is to get Birds of a Feather out there. I'm working on a sponsor. I think I have one already. Thank you, Sean. And some others are starting to pop up and populate. And we want children to have this. We're all birds of a feather when we're soaring together. People say flock together, but I say soar together because that means we can all spread our wings and just let the wind take us where we're going to go. And if we meet up, great. And if we don't, keep soaring. So children in the hospital during Thanksgiving and Christmas and eventually anytime. But that's my holiday quest. So I thank you, sister, for being here. And we look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks. And that will be our last session. Have a great one.
Take care.